Hi guys, happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Uh, I'm off at the conference, but I thought I'd give you a personal introduction to piecewise defined functions, even though I'm not around. So here we go. Let's move me out of the way. And sometimes one function is going to be defined by multiple expressions. And there are many different reasons to do this. Let's give a brief example of why we might want to define one function with more than one expression. Let's say that I'm going out for a run, and I start at home. So home is right there. It's 0 miles away from my house. So this is a graph of my distance away from my house over time. Time here is in minutes and distance is in miles. And I start out on my run and I'm going pretty good. So I start out and I go, let's call it, I run 1 mile in 7 minutes. I'm kind of warming up. Not too slow, not too fast. So there's my first section of my run. But then I start to slow down. I kind of jog it out for the next little bit. So the next 3 miles, or the next 2 miles, from here up to here, I go a little slower. It takes me 8 minutes to run a mile. So it's going to take me 16 minutes to run the next 2 miles. So 16 minutes to go 2 miles. I've already gone for 7 minutes, so I'm going to be out here at 23. 1, 2, 3, and that'll take me up here to 3 miles. There we are for the next section. And then lastly, after I run my 3 miles out away from my house, I'm going to run back home. And I always like to go a little faster on my way back home. Let's pretend I go as fast as 6-minute miles on my way back. So each mile now takes me 6 minutes. That means, let's see, I was at 23. By the end of this graph at 30. Well, it would take me 41 minutes total to get back home. So let's say at 35, I'm now back at the 1 mile mark, right? Yeah. Good. So there I am, headed back home. So in this section, my function would be f of x equals 1/7 x. Up 1 mile over 7 minutes. And let's just look at slopes. Just thinking about slopes, here my function would be defined by f of x equals 1/8 x plus some b. Because now my speed is up 1 mile over 8 minutes. And in this last section, f of x equals negative 1/6 x, again plus some b, y equals mx plus b. Because here my slope is down 1 mile, 1 mile closer to my house, over 6 minutes. So these 3 sections of a function can be defined by just one function. Because in each section we're looking at a different part of the domain. Here I've got 1/7 x, and this goes for values of x between 0 and 7. And this one up here is true for values of x between 7 and 23, we said. And then here between 23 and 41. Right? We started with the first 7 minutes, I'm going pretty fast. The next 16 minutes, I slowed down a bit between 7 and 23. And then the last takes me 18 minutes to get home at my 6 minute mile pace. So for the last 18 minutes, I'm going home real fast, for me at least. Well, all of that function can be described, can be defined by one function. Because it still passes our vertical line test, there's only one value at each value of x. Mathematicians have a strategy for writing functions like this all together. And let's look at that strategy.